I think if you looked at Partnership for Change and said, what's it about? At its core, what is it about? 95% of it is relationship building. Instead of just going out throughout our entire city and trying to do different things, what we're doing is we're bringing people together. And we're bringing leaders and faith-based members from our entire city and county are coming together, and we're building that relationship, and we have one focal point. And we're getting them the information, getting them the resources, and they're taking it back. At about the first part of every year, we do a needs study. So we have a discussion with the group and say, okay, you know the community, you know the neighborhoods, you know the people. So what are the needs? What are the needs that they see? And for instance, it may came up with healthcare, education, employment, housing, mental health, all of that stuff. Okay, we have to stand behind that. And instead of us, being the government or the police department that comes in and says, here's what you need, we're letting them tell us and we're responding. So that's what keeps these meetings going, is that we are answering their questions, we are meeting their needs, and we're giving them something else to take back to their congregation. So I go to our CEO of the hospital, Brian Gwynn. Took Brian to lunch and I said, hey, we got this group. Here's what we need. Told him who it was. So we get Brian and said, we need you to be a part of this. And he says, what do I need to do? I said, just be there. This group has a need for healthcare. They want to know more about healthcare. You need to be more involved in the community, so here's you an opportunity to come to the table. So boom, he joins the group. So now the group says, wait a minute, we had a healthcare need. Now I got the CEO of the hospital. Not just a representative, I got the boss. And you're creating relationships that maybe would never have been formed. So a lot of things now are being settled, at a lunch table through conversation, when before somebody may have not just knew who to call or felt comfortable enough with the CEO of a hospital to pick up the phone and give them a call. So you hope what you're doing here is just building a large network to strengthen your community. But it is nice to know that through Partnership for Change, you've built something that, should the need arise, it's there for you. And it can help your community in ways you didn't even think about. For instance, obviously everybody knows we had a national fugitive come here from Charleston. 10:30 in the morning, we get the phone call that he's coming through. So we knew every news outlet in the world's getting ready to converge. They're getting ready to come in. You want to talk about something to mess your day up? That's it.
Unfortunately, I was not in Shelby. I got a call. Porter said, called from ABC News Washington Bureau. We understand that Dylan Roof had been picked up in Shelby. I was immediately shocked. So I called. One of the first things Jeff told me was, the pastors are all here. They've come down to the station. Everything's under control. I was actually scheduled to be interviewed by Wolf Blitzer from CNN News. And they were asking me all these questions about the interrogation. Of course, I told them, I said, listen, everything in Shelby is great. We have our Partnership for Change in one of my conversations with one of the producers or reporters. So, yeah, I was very relieved.
When he came here, one of the things that kept that so calm was the Partnership for Change. We put an email out to them and said, here's what's happening. We'd love to have you help if you're available, and they showed up. So as much as you hope you never need it, I can promise you, if you invest on the front end and you build the relationships and you make them strong and you build that trust and you build that respect, when your community needs the Partnership for Change, it will be there.